We will continue our discussion of feedback workflow by discussing the feedback tools available within Schoology assignments and how they support the iterative learning process. The iterative process can be interpreted as the drafting process that leads towards improvement over time towards a central goal, objective, or expectation. This may look like students submitting rough drafts of assignments that require teacher feedback, or students submitting completed assignments that need to be improved before they are considered acceptable. In either event, understanding how to provide feedback within Schoology is essential to supporting students toward this end. We will be switching between teacher and student perspectives during this lesson. Text will appear on the screen to indicate each viewpoint. For this lesson, we will be taking a look at Schoology assignments, and then, in particular, Schoology assignments that utilize the Google Drive app, as the iterative process is different for both. In this module, we're going to focus on Schoology assignments that use the Google Drive app. It's a 4-step process for iterative workflow. The first step on the very far left is students will submit their work using this Submit Assignment button. Step 2, teacher will provide feedback, grades, comments, and etc. And we'll take a deep dive into that. Now, this is where it branches from the Schoology assignments that we looked at in the previous video. Step 3, the teacher needs to unsubmit the student work by clicking that button that will apply on the teacher dashboard in order to turn this work back to students. Lastly, the students can resubmit an updated version of the work by clicking the same Submit Assignment button. Now, one caveat to using the Google Drive app for Schoology assignments is that students can only turn in the assignment that the teacher assigns them in the Google Drive app. So if I'm a teacher and I set up a Google Drive app assignment and I give an automatic copy of a Google Doc, the Google Doc is the only one that the students can turn in. So whereas we saw with the Schoology assignments in the previous video, they could submit multiple types and different types of assignments to that particular Schoology assignment. In this case, whatever assignment the teacher assigns them, whether it's a Google Doc, a Google Slide, a Google Drawing, that's the only assignment that they can turn in and work with for this assignment. So please keep that in mind as you build an iterative process using drafts to give students feedback. So we're going to take a look at some of the iterative processes that we can make happen using the Google Drive app Schoology assignment. Here's our sample assignment. I'm going to go ahead and finish this assignment off and send off the assignment to students in this course. Again, you want to complete all the information with the same philosophy of building feedback in mind regarding categories, maybe factors, skills and rubrics, learning objectives, grading groups down here, and then also the grade statistics function and comments as well. The only difference here is that we're going to select Google Drive assignments. And again, this is a refresher from the 100 course. My document is actually shared with me. I'm going to select this assignment for students. I'm going to attach it. It'll create a copy for each student. And go ahead and click Save Changes. As Google Drive assignments come in, we're going to take a look at how teachers can provide feedback for Google Drive app assignments. So I'm going to select in progress. We've taken a look at this in Schoology 100. These students have not opened up the assignment yet, so I can't see them in progress. One of the nice things about the Google Drive app assignment is once a student opens this document up on their end, before they turn it in, I can see exactly where they are. So if a student reaches out to you and asks, I'm stuck in this point, I'm here, I need some help with this, I need support with this, you can access their document by going to In Progress, and it'll populate right here. And you have the full suite of the Google Docs tools in here to provide them feedback and be on the same document as that student is. Once students submit the document, you have a very similar view. The student has turned this in. It's ready to be graded. Under submissions here, I can filter by type if I want to. And you have the full suite of Google Toolbar tools to use, just like you would if this doc was outside in an open new tab and you were working within the Google Doc itself. If you want to open a new Google Doc, you can do that here. And you can go ahead and provide feedback and grade here. This is very similar to the Schoology assignment. So you can give this student a grade here. Any comments go here. Share it to the gradebook here. Save here. Just like in a Google Doc, you can add comments to anything that you want. You have full edit access to this. So you can insert all kinds of comments that you want here. Again, keeping in mind making comments that are more oriented towards feedback, either for content acquisition or based on the skills that you're trying to teach your students in this particular assignment here. So again, you have the full suite within here to use for the Google Tools and the Google Drive app assignment. Now, once your student turns it in and they've submitted it and you're grading it here, even though I've graded it here, the student can no longer work on it. Once the student submits a Google Drive app assignment, their only option they have is they can view it or they can make suggestions on it. So they can no longer edit it. So again, once they submit the assignment, they can no longer edit it. They can only make comments and they can view it. In order to deliver this back to students, for them to receive your feedback on this Google Doc and make any changes necessary, you're going to have to click this button called Unsubmit. And so here's where the workflow starts. Back to the student, you would unsubmit it. This returns it back to the students. If we go back to in progress, we see that Chris's is graded. And now we can see and track if Chris is doing, any of the feedback that I offered for this person here. And so I can see that Chris is on the document, that he may be working. So again, the Google Drive app assignment style assignment is nice if you're looking to check for students for in progress work without them having to turn in the assignment